doesn't come down when she calls. It's time for breakfast. Mama can't get down those halls fast enough to see.
Hi guys, Big John here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me for another video. Before we start, I know there's a mess in the background. I'm in the process of tidying up the garage. I haven't had a chance to finish it yet, so please excuse the mess. Thought I'd do a little video tonight on my Possibles pouch. I have mentioned it a couple of times in previous videos, and I've run through a couple of things that are in there. But I'm gonna just open it up, show you everything that's in there. Hopefully it might be useful to one or two people, and you know, might give you some ideas of what you need to take, what you don't necessarily need to take. So yeah, let's have a little look. Okay, so here is my Possibles pouch, my first aid slash hygiene slash emergency kit. So we'll just open it up there. As you can see, there's two sections in there. We'll go over to this side. This is more the hygiene first aid kind of side. There is one little bandage in there. I don't really carry a lot of first aid stuff per se, but there is a bandage in there. If I do need to wrap something up, it's also cotton material, which can be used for making char cloth if I need to, or something like that. Got a little tub of Vaseline. Obviously, cuts and scrapes, it's good to cover them up. It's also good if if you're walking for long distances and you're chafing or anything like that, and the Vaseline comes in handy. Oral hygiene, always something to take into account when you're out and about in the woods, when you're there for a few days. So just a small little travel toothbrush and toothpaste. Again, little first aid bit, a pair of tweezers if you get a splinter or something like that. Obviously there are ways of getting it out with a knife, but a pair of tweezers always very handy. Got a couple of little medication bits in there. I've just got a tab of ibuprofen, tab of paracetamol, just anti-inflammatory, and a painkiller just in case. I do have some just sort of caffeine tablets if I do get stuck in a situation where I'm low on energy but I need to sort of get myself moving, just give you a little bit of a kick. Obviously, get caught short, got some tissue paper there if I need to use that. Also, the tissue paper can be combined with Vaseline to make a very good tinder to start fire if I need to. On the other side then, I have a little multi-tool. So obviously I've got a lot of things in there. I've got a spare blade, there's a small saw blade in there, and the pliers as well, so that can come in handy. I keep my compass in there. Always good to have a compass with you. Obviously help you navigate. There are other uses for it as well. Obviously the magnifying glass can be used with a map to obviously work out bearings and figure out where you're going, but it can also be used with the sunshine. You can see it a little bit there, the light just coming through, starting fires again, so that's another form of combustion. I do have a small lighter in there. Also, with regards to combustion, do have a small fire steel in there, so I can create some sparks if my lighter doesn't work, if there's no sun. I do have that there. Got some cargo tape or duct tape, always very handy. It's great for repairing equipment. It's good for repairs on clothes. Can be used for first aid as well. If you need to make a plaster, use a bit of the tissue paper, a little bit of duct tape, you've got a plaster. Also make very good steri strips. Take a small bit off, put it over a cut just to hold it together, and then obviously you can use the bandage together with it then to hold it all in place. A small sewing kit, again useful for repairing equipment out in the field if you need to, but also very good if you do have a cut that will not stay closed with a steri strip. then you can, in an emergency, there's a needle in there, bit of thread, you can sew it up. So there's 2 needles in there. There is a small one in there, and there is a larger one as well for repairing material. Just pop it out with the duct tape if I need it. Put that back in there. Have a small torch, not very powerful, but you know, in an emergency, whatever does the job will do. I've got a small whistle in there as well, so I can signal people if I need to. I do have a small bundle of cordage. This is nylon, I think it is. It's very strong and very light. So it's easy, packs in there easily, doesn't take up a lot of space, doesn't weigh very much, and also if you combine it with the lighter, it will take a flame, and you can use it as a form of tinder as well. Got some safety pins there. Obviously, again, can be used for repairing, you know, quick repairs on clothes or equipment, or if you're bandaging up, you can use it to secure your bandages. I have a small mirror in there, which has a couple of uses. Obviously, it can be used for first aid. If I've got a splinter in my, you know, or a scratch on my face or something, I've got something in my eye, I can use the mirror to look at my face. But also I can use it for areas I can't reach visibly myself. You know, so certain areas like, you know, on your backside, something like that, you can use the mirror to sort of have a little look, see what's going on there, if you need to. Obviously, you hope you never have to use it for that purpose, but it's there anyway, just in case. And it can also be used as a signalling device. Obviously, it'll reflect the sun. Like if you are stuck and you do need to signal, you can use the mirror for that. Last thing I have in here then is an emergency blanket, space blanket. This is a cover element and an emergency element, and you know, I can wrap it around my body if my temperature is dropping, so I can regulate my core body temperature, but also I can use it to make a small shelter. Obviously it's not going to be a big shelter, it's not going to be something that'll stand the test of time, but in an emergency it's something that I can use. It will do the job to sort of make the experience an uncomfortable one as opposed to a survival one, which is what we're always aiming to do by carrying all this stuff. So that's everything that's in there. A few of you may have noticed I do subscribe to what's known as the 10 C's of survivability when I go out into the woods or wherever I go, which is a system coined by Dave Canterbury. I find it to be a very useful system. So the first 5 that we have in there, we've got a cutting tool, we've got a combustion device, we've got a couple of those, we've got an extra one up there as well, and the compass. We have cordage, and we have cover. Okay, so that's 4. I am missing one from the first 5 of the 10 C's, which is a container. I'm considering taking with me some aluminium foil, which obviously folds down nice and small or flat, but can be shaped into a sort of a cup or a pot, so that I can collect some water and I can boil it. So that would cover that. The second 5 C's then, you've got a compass, so we've got that there, obviously good for navigation, taking bearings. Also, as I say, you've got the magnifying glass, so you've got an extra combustion device in that. Cargo tape or duct tape, good for first aid, repairing kit, things like that. Very useful commodity. A candling device. Okay, so as I say, I've got that small torch, so that's my candling device. A canvas needle or sail needle or a needle of some sort. As I say, I've got 2 in there. I've got one bigger, you know, one big, one small, so I can do a couple of things with that. So that's what's that's for. And then cotton material. I've gone for the bandage in this case. You could put sort of a buff or some sort of scarf, or just even some cotton material like a square of a t-shirt or something like that would do the same job. But I have gone for the bandage just because this has more direct uses for first aid than just a small, a square of a t-shirt. So that's the second 5. So wherever I go, whatever I do with this Possibles pouch, I've always got, well, at the moment, 9 C's of survivability. But yeah, I've always got those things, and then the few extras then. So obviously there's an extra signalling device. I've got another one there. That obviously helps can help with my fire, and then just my first aid things as well. The other thing that I don't have in there, which I would carry with me in the summer, in the hot weather, is a bug repellent and a sunblock. So obviously if you are walking in the sunshine, you do need to cover it up. You can get some nasty sunburn sometimes, so I will carry that as well. I don't have it at the moment because it's, well, this time of year I don't need it because it's miserable. It's chucking down with rain and there's very little sunshine at the moment. So yeah, so that is my Possibles pouch. Obviously there's not a lot of stuff in there, but there are a few bits and pieces that are essential, and then a couple of little extras that I like to take with me. Okay, well, that is my Possibles pouch, guys. I hope it's given you a few ideas of maybe what you need to take with you, what's missing from your kit, or maybe sort of extra bits you don't necessarily need. Obviously, with everything that we do, with bushcraft, survival, just being outdoors generally, there is no one rule for everything. Everybody's different what they want to take. If you want to take extra stuff and you're happy to carry it in your pack, take it with you. It's not going to do any harm if you can carry it. Take it with you if you're happy for that. Again, I don't like to take too much stuff, but I do have an extra couple of things that you wouldn't necessarily have to take with you every time, but I like to take them with me just in case. So yeah, so I hope that's been useful for you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for your view. I appreciate it. Please click like, press subscribe down the bottom. More subscribers I get, the more videos I'm going to put out. Please leave a comment on the bottom. Let me know if you liked it, if you didn't. If you've got any other ideas for anything else you'd like to see videos of, then I can put those up as well. So again, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.